Now, at the tender age of 43, Patrice Evra, the former Manchester United defender, is going to try his hand, and indeed his feet, at MMA. He's got his first fight coming up next month.
Yeah.
And we can get a bit of insight now into how he's progressing. He's going to be fighting for PFL, Professional Fighters League. And if you listen to our MMA podcast with Adam Cattrall, Uncaged, you know he's the co-host. It's and a fighter, of course. Brendan Loughnane joins us. Hi, Brendan.
Hey guys, thanks for having me again.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. So you've been doing a bit of work. He's signed for PFL, so you've been doing a bit of work and training with Patrice. Have you been impressed?
That is correct, and I was incredibly impressed. He's actually got a bit of a martial arts background. He's done a bit before, and you can actually tell by his stance and the way he positions himself. And of course, that left leg that he's famous for. You know, when he was letting them kicks off, you could definitely tell there's some juice behind him. And I'm actually excited for his debut.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you don't think he's taking a risk in any sense, though? I think he might have gone.
I think we've lost him.
Dropped off.
We've lost him there. We will try and get him back because we'll find out what he's. I mean, there's other skills. Obviously, he's got a good, strong left foot. But there's more to it than that, isn't there? Of course,
there is
from the world of MMA. So we will try and get him back. Maybe this is a precursor to your move finally into MMA. Andy.
No thanks.
Yeah,
it could be dangerous. Anyway, I was telling you that on Saturday I was leaving the ground at Chelsea, and there was some kerfuffle going on at Fulham Broadway Station. So I went up to this policeman. I said, "Excuse me, officer, what's going on at Fulham Broadway Station?" He said to me, "Are you Andy Jacobs of talkSPORT?"
Oh, blimey!
I know.
You're under arrest.
Yes,
for crimes against radio.
Lovely guy. Big. I won't say his name. Big talkSPORT fan. Yeah. And he'd got in to see the first half, but second half he couldn't see them.
We had to work.
Yeah, to work.
Okay. Well, we definitely won't say his name then. No, I think we got Brendan back. Brendan, you were just saying you were very impressed with that left foot. But
my apologies, guys. But obviously, someone that's done a bit of martial arts back in the day, you can kind of tell by someone's stance and how they stand.
Yeah.
And he had everything. He had the stance. You could just tell, like, someone who's done martial arts before. Like, someone that's not done martial arts, I was expecting, a soccer player to come in, kind of be a bit off balance, not really know how to throw the hands and the kicks, but he really did have everything in place to really have a good go at this MMA thing. And I know he's a little bit older and he's on the other side of 40, but he's kept his body in great nick. He said he didn't even have his first drink until he was 33. He's a proper athlete. He knows what he's doing, and I'm really excited for it.
What did he say his motivation was, Brendan? As I say, I'm looking at pictures of him now. He does look in good shape. He's looked after himself. But, I mean, he's got to put a lot of work into this. He doesn't need to. He probably doesn't need the money. I mean, what did he say to you?
Do you know what I think it is? Like, when you've been at a high level of sports like he has for so long, it's just something that's going to give him a bit of purpose, right? And if he's already got a martial arts experience from when he was young, I think that's kicking back in now. And with him living such a clean lifestyle and having such an amazing career, and, I just think now he's got onto the other side of 40 and he's just looking for that next goal, that next purpose. And, we've seen the whole Jake Paul thing and all these celebrities now coming in to do bits of fighting. And I just think it's a great fit for him.
What's his groundwork like then? We know he can kick, but what's he like once he starts grappling?
Well, I'll be honest with you, we didn't get there, but I do know his grappling. I do know his grappling coaches because I used to train with them before, and they are exceptional coaches.
Wow, okay.
Fair enough. Fantastic. He said he wants to come up against Luis Suarez. Of course, he has a history with him, but I think he might have been joking.
Yes.
Could you actually imagine the numbers that a fight like that would do?
Yeah.
That's right. It might happen then.
Well, I mean, Luis Suarez is going to have to put a lot of work in. We don't want any biting, do we?
Yeah. His coach is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he probably would be Mike Tyson. That's true.
When I actually heard that could be a possibility, I literally thought to myself, wow, this fight, like, with all the history that's gone on over the past with these two guys, I thought, could you imagine this? This is the sort of thing that you could put in a football stadium with them type of guys fighting.
Yeah,
probably.
I tell you, he could fight Zlatan, couldn't he? Zlatan, he does a bit. I mean, that would be an interesting. That's someone who could, he's he could match up. Right, I mean, it's a bit bigger than him. Be a bit of a catch weight, I would think.
It would be, yeah.
I mean, Zlatan is a big fella, that would be a bit of a mismatch, I'd say, lads. But I would like to see Patrice. I mean, this could open the door to who knows what. Imagine all these old football rivalries just start getting in the PFL cage. Could you imagine?
Who could we have?
Why not?
Alfie Harlan versus Roy Keane.
That'd be good fight.
We could get them out. Yeah, what about that? Get them in the octagon. That would be funny. So when's his first fight's next month? Has he got an opponent yet, Brendan? Do we know?
I mean, I was with his manager. They're floating a few names around.
Yeah. Nothing
confirmed. But one thing I will tell you guys, he's taking it extremely serious. He's very humble. Like, you know, I'll give you an example. I had my belt with me for a bit of PR, and they said, you know, bring it, take some pictures with him with the belt and all that. And I brought the belt into the ring to take the picture, and he literally said to me, no, Brendan, I can't touch your belt. You know, it's not my belt. I didn't earn it. And I was like, wow, what a guy. You're Patrice Evra, Manchester United legend. What do you mean? Put it over your shoulder, you know?
Yeah, it's like the World Cup. You're not supposed to touch it.
That's right. Bad luck. That's what it is. But a nice one, Brendan. Well, we'll look forward to his fight. Maybe we'll catch up with you afterwards and have a chat and see how he does. But thanks for joining us. All the best.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Brendan Loughnane. You can hear Brendan on our MMA podcast with Adam Cattrall, Uncaged. And the latest episode is out now. And they go for all the big stories in the world of MMA. So go and check it out. And it's also available on the talkSPORT MMA YouTube channel.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.